Okay, so I know I can't be the only person that's ever had this problem. I know that once or twice I run into times where I don't know what I want to build. I don't know what type of wood I want to make it out of, and I run into gaps of times where I build something. So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and take this pallet and I'm going to make a couple of projects out of it, hopefully give you guys some inspiration into something that you guys can build. And obviously it's pallet wood, so if you guys make it out of pallet wood or these projects out of pallet wood, it will turn out looking different, but you can get dimensional lumber from your big box stores. That is entirely up to you and replicate these projects. But I am going to go ahead and show you how to make these out of pallet wood. So the dimensions will change, they'll vary, but I'm going to go ahead and knock these out. So go ahead and stick around and let's get to it. Okay, so let me go ahead and start this off by saying there are tons of different ways to take apart pallets. Obviously, the easiest way and the way that I'm going to do it for this project is by using a Sawzall, and I'm going to cut down the boards that I want to use for this project, and then I'm going to come back through with a pry bar and take apart the rest of these nails, take these out, and then take apart the boards and the little pieces that I need to take off of there. So just remember that while you're doing this, tons of different ways to do it. You can take apart the boards so that they're longer, so that you can do different projects. Just keep that in mind. So I'm going to end up using what were the 2x4s and some of those slats for these projects. All of these boards, 3 of these, but we are only going to end up using probably the center pieces on these. You can use whatever you need to, whatever you'd like, but I'm only going to use the center portions of this. But whatever projects you need or want to do, you have all of this, but this will save me from having to do anything else. And I've got all of the nails out of these portions for sure. There is nothing left in these. So all of this wood is good. So we'll end up cutting off these ends over on the miter saw, and we'll have just this left over. We do have 4 thicker boards right here available. I think this is probably red oak or something of that nature. So it's a lot thick and it's a lot heavier, and it looks like red oak. Now we have tons of these smaller boards, and this looks like your regular old pine. So we have tons of these. So no matter what you're making, you'll have a lot of these. And depending on what you want to make, obviously the more tools you have, the more you're going to be able to make out of this and the different ideas you're going to be able to do. So keep that in mind while you're doing this. Now, let's go ahead and get some of this cut down. We are going to clean some of this up. We are not going to use our table saw. Even though we have it available to us, we are not going to use it because some people don't have it available to them. So I am going to show that you can take pallet wood and use the most basic tools and make something out of it, even with the lack of ability that I have. So let's go. Now, after I take apart everything, make sure that there are no nails in any of your wood that you're going to end up cutting down, because you don't want to try to send that through any of your saws. And I actually have a small metal detector that I do that with, but you can normally just go through and look and make sure that there are no nails in what you're about to cut. But all I'm doing here is cutting down all the edges so that they are the same length for these projects. All right, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear me. I got the fan on over there, so this might be a voiceover. We have a design change. We're not even going to end up using these. Setting these aside. If you remember the portions that we had left over from these were left over. I ended up cutting these down and cutting these in half, and I have these left over from that. So I went ahead and I have 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate? 8 of those all cut down. Some of these are splintered, so we might have to either try to glue these, put it back together, or go back over and actually cut out the better ones here, but that's okay. So we might try to make these work, or just cut out the better ones. Maybe just cut out the better ones. Who knows? So we'll see. But we are going to go ahead and sand all of this down because we need all of this sanded down. These sanded down. And these sanded down before we can go any further. Everything has to be nice and smooth. So let's go ahead and sand all of our pieces down. Okay guys, so I know that this video is a little bit different than what I normally do, and it's been about a month since I last uploaded, and I appreciate you guys sticking around. I've been watching a lot of what's been happening in the woodworking community lately, and honestly, I don't have much interest in getting caught up in a lot of the back and forth. Everyone has their own style, their own way of making videos, and that's okay. I started this channel because I enjoy building things and hopefully inspiring somebody to head out to the shop and make something. So instead of getting caught up in all of the noise, I decided to slow down a little bit, clear my head, and make something different. Today's projects are built from pallet wood, not because pallet wood's better than 2x4, cedar, walnut, cherry, but because it's free. It's available to almost everyone, and it reminds us that woodworking is not about proving who's right and who's wrong on YouTube. It's about taking a piece of wood and turning it into something that you're proud of, things that you want to do, things that you like. So that's what we're doing today, and that's what I want everybody to continue to do. So instead of worrying about what everybody else is doing, just do what you love to do. Just ignore the haters and keep it moving. So we are going to go ahead and fill what we can with our wood putty. This is really good wood putty right here. It's just DAP premium wood filler, and it is a 3-in-1 filler and sealer. It does a really good job. It says it has a chameleon technology. It does a really good job at staining after you put it on and sand it down. It stains really, really well. You can't even tell that it's not wood. So if you guys find it in stores, I'll try to link it down in the description box below. I don't know if they sell it on Amazon. I think I picked it up at Lowe's, maybe Home Depot. So now I'm going to say that the dry time on this is absolutely insane. So by the time you end up putting all of this on and in its places, most of the time, as long as you're not putting it on really thick, it will dry out and it'll be dry and ready to sand in no time. So within a few minutes, it should be ready to go. And that's what all it took for me to do here. Okay, let's have a conversation. We are about to go over the bandsaw. You can do this on any saw that you want, but we are about to go over there. I want to cut a notch into all 4 of these blocks right about, I'd say, halfway up. Now I come back through with the desired pieces that I want to stain here, and I'm going to stain it True Black by Minwax. And this True Black is absolutely insane. I do really love it. It is a really great stain, and do not get it on yourself, because when I say it will stain, and it will stain you true black. It will stay on your skin for quite some time, and I promise you, even Dawn saves the ducks, but it will not get this stuff off of your arm. You will be scrubbing for a while. So if you get it on yourself, get it off yourself quickly. But the pieces that I actually stain are those 4 small pieces that I went ahead and cut on the bandsaw, and the 2 longer pieces. But that 1 long piece, we're going to go ahead and leave that the regular color that it is. I really like the wood grain on that, so we're not going to do anything with that one. We're not staining that, doing anything with it. Now, if you remember from the beginning of our video, we have those 3 oak boards that we had cut. We are going to take 2 of our black pieces here, the 2 long 2x4-ish pieces, and we are going to drill pilot holes into the sides of those, and we are going to attach those with screws. You can use screws or brad nails. Screws are obviously going to be stronger. Just make sure that you use pilot holes so you don't crack your wood while you're doing it. Measure from the top to where your board is, and then go ahead and install that. Now, something that I did not record here, the closest portion to me, I actually drilled 1-inch holes right there, and I will show you what that's going to be for after I get all of these boards screwed and drilled in here. So just go ahead and make sure that those holes are drilled on the exact same part in the exact same location on both boards going across, and that will give you what you need. I said the closest one to me, didn't I? The furthest away from me. Now, it's completely up to you. I like the look of this rope, but I have this rope here, and it is 1-inch rope, and I come through, run it through both sides, tie 1 slip knot right there, and then I tie that on both ends. Now, that board that I did not do anything to, I didn't stain it, I am going to mark equal measurements, and then I'm going to come back through with a 1 3/8 Forstner bit, and I'm going to drill holes. This is an 18-inch board, so all I did was measure it out equally going all the way across, and then I take that Forstner bit and I just barely go in a little bit. The reason for that, I want a tea light candle to be able to sit just snugly down in there. We're not going to actually use tea light candles, but we'll show you what we're going to use.
Come on. It's my time. It's my time. Last chance to get these things no lifeline. Don't let it sail out, it'll stop my grind. Brighter than the sun, can't be outshine. It's my time. It's my time. I know you haters don't like my kind. Living fast forward and can't rewind. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. Check your iPhone clocks like a tick-tock on a watch. I don't stop. Was plotting to do it big since I could drive. Society had other plans, but I just won't die. Auto killing the game for me was easy as pie. Had a few who continued.
All right, so there you have it. 2 easy projects that you guys can knock out with pallet wood. This is just a shelf that you can hang up really anywhere, bathroom, living room, foyer, it doesn't matter. It's just a shelf, but obviously you have to buy some rope, but you don't have to. It's just a shelf. Do any type of shelf that you want, and then a candle holder. I got really lucky with the wood grain of the wood here, so it looked really nice, but you can always stain the wood. You don't have to make candle holders. Just a couple of ideas. things that you guys can do with pallet wood. I have a bunch of wood left over, so I may go ahead and make another video with the rest of the pallet wood that I have, more pallets. If you guys want to see something, if you guys want to see another video with another pallet or other ideas, please let me know. I do have a video coming up with some of my best sellers that I have from this spring, and then I also have, well, the spring and the summer, and I also have a video that I'm going to do where I want to incorporate it in my marketplace, and I'll show you some of the sales and how many orders I have on things. But I want to start making some different stuff. Doing the same thing starts to get a little repetitive. So like always, you guys are the foundation of this channel. I appreciate everything you guys do. I love you guys, and I hope to catch you in the next video.